Atlanta has always been the kind of city where news moves faster than the evening headlines. Stories don't wait to be printed in newspapers or aired on TV. They travel through barbershops, corner stores, buzzing phones, and group chats long before sirens fade into the distance. But this time, the story wasn't just local chatter. It didn't stay tucked away in whispered conversations or late-night gossip. It exploded everywhere, across blogs, timelines, and DMs, capturing the entire internet's attention. The fight that sent Lil Scrappy to the hospital wasn't just another spicy love and hip-hop altercation. This wasn't one of those reality TV arguments that burn bright for an episode or two before disappearing. No, this moment stuck. It lingered because when Scrappy left that hospital, he wasn't just walking out with injuries, he was walking out with a choice. One that would change the entire dynamic of the show, his relationships, and the way the public saw him. For years, Scrappy had allowed the cameras to frame his life however they pleased. His highs and lows were sliced into episodes, edited for drama, and converted into memes that fans laughed over. He played the game. But this time something inside him shifted. There was no shrugging it off. No letting producers smooth things over. He had almost lost his life, and he was done letting other people control the narrative. Someone was going to be held responsible, and that someone was Kirk Frost. By sunrise, the internet had already turned the story into a firestorm. Blogs blasted out headlines with aggressive fonts. Scrappy sues Kirk Frost. Love and hip-hop brawl goes legal. Social media lit up with hashtags, hashtag Scrappy versus Kirk, hashtag Frost on trial, hashtag Justice for Scrappy. Clips of the fight were uploaded, slowed down, dissected frame by frame. Fans added their own dramatic music, analyzing every glare, shove, and insult. Scrappy's pale, injured face as he was rushed away became a meme template almost overnight. Through all this noise, Scrappy remained silent. He wasn't doing interviews, posting rants, or dropping hints. Behind closed doors, his family tried to persuade him to heal and move on. But Scrappy had already decided. His voice was calm, but firm when he told them, "I've been letting things slide my whole career. People think I'll always be the fool. Not this time." Kirk put his hands on me and I ended up in the hospital. I'm pressing charges. This wasn't rage, it was controlled, cold determination. Word spread through the cast like wildfire. Reactions came fast. Yandy Smith posted a cryptic Instagram story. "Enough is enough." Violence isn't entertainment fans instantly interpreted it as support for Scrappy. Mendices added a single heavy comment: facts. That one word reignited the online debate. Meanwhile, Yoongjok sat down for a Vlad TV interview and tried to stay neutral. "Man, I was right there. I seen both sides. I just hope they work it out." But his fence-sitting only made fans angrier. To them, neutrality in this situation looked weak. Then came the announcement that changed everything. The court date. Inside the packed courtroom, producers, bloggers, and fans filled the benches. The judge entered and slammed his gavel, the sound cracking through the chatter. This is not VH1. This is not entertainment. This is a court of law. The energy shifted instantly. The charges. Scrappy versus Kirk Frost, assault and battery, were read aloud, and the weight of those words hung heavy. Scrappy's lawyer stood first, his voice steady but powerful. He laid it out clearly. His client had been hospitalized. This wasn't a storyline. This was about accountability and safety. Kirk's lawyer followed with a slick, well-rehearsed defense. He called the fight a misunderstanding, exaggerated by editing. "My client isn't a criminal," he said. "He's a husband, a father, a businessman." But the murmurs in the room told the real story. People remembered Kirk's history as the cheating scandals, Jasmine, Rashida crying on national TV. His reputation was already damaged. This wasn't just Scrappy versus Kirk. It was Kirk versus years of public perception. Then something unexpected cut through the tension. From the back of the courtroom, a bold voice rang out. Tasha K walked in wearing a blazing red blazer, phone already recording. Her smirk was unmistakable. "Don't worry, y'all. I got the real receipts. This trial's about to get real messy." The courtroom erupted. The bailiff tried to quiet her, but it was too late. Within minutes, she was trending. Outside, fans screamed. Bloggers updated their headlines in real time. Kirk's face drained of color. Rashida whispered, "Oh my God." Scrappy clenched his jaw. Everyone knew Tasha K's presence meant secrets were about to surface. The next hearing felt like a movie premiere. Crowds swarmed the courthouse. Some waved signs for Scrappy, others for Kirk. Inside, Scrappy entered with calm determination. Behind him, his lawyer walked with purpose. Yandi and Mendices sat silently in support. When Kirk walked in with Rashida, the cameras caught every twitch in his mask of composure. Her tight grip on his hand said everything. When Kirk took the stand, his defensiveness poured out. "Look, I ain't put nobody in the hospital," he insisted. "Yeah, we argued." "Yeah, I shoved him, but come on, this is part of the culture." "It's the show." His explanation came off more like excuses the longer he spoke. Rashida sat beside him, stone-faced, her jaw tightening with each word. Then came the bombshell. Tasha K re-entered like a storm, folder in hand. "Don't worry, Your Honor," she said with a smirk. "I've got receipts." She wasn't bluffing. She handed over a USB drive, and moments later, screens lit up around the courtroom. Grainy footage from an unseen camera angle played. It showed Kirk leaning in, whispering something venomous, then shoving Scrappy so hard he stumbled backward. Rashida's voice in the background begged him to stop. There was no clever editing, no reality TV script, just raw, undeniable evidence. The reaction was immediate. Gasps filled the courtroom. Bloggers pounded at their keyboards. Outside, the crowd roared as news broke in real time. Young Jocks, usually the Joker, testified nervously. "I was there." Kirk shoved him hard. That wasn't no TV edit, that was real. Then came Rashida's turn. Years of loyalty cracked open. Tears streamed down her face. "I begged him to stop that night. I knew it had gone too far, and now we're here." The room fell silent. Even the fans outside seemed to hold their breath. The judge's verdict was steady, almost cold. "Mr. Frost, the evidence and testimony are clear. You are guilty of assault. You are sentenced to probation, mandatory anger management classes, and financial damages to Mr. Scrappy. Any further incidents will bring harsher consequences." The gavel slammed. The room erupted. Scrappy exhaled, the tension finally lifting from his shoulders. He turned to Kirk and said quietly, "This ain't just about me. This about all the years you thought you could play with people's lives. Not anymore. Got checked today, and it wasn't by me. It was by the truth." Kirk snapped at reporters as cameras surrounded him. "This ain't over," he barked. "Y'all think he won, but I'll show you who really runs this city." Scrappy walked out calm and composed, ignoring the swarm of questions. He only said one thing. "I just want peace. Let the truth speak for itself." That quiet hit harder than any scream could have. And in the corner, Tasha K lifted her phone. That familiar smirk spread across her face. "Another day, another receipt," she whispered. "And trust me, there's still more y'all ain't seen." The feud had traveled from reality TV sets to hospital rooms to a courtroom. And even with a verdict delivered, it was clear the story wasn't finished. The line between entertainment and real life had blurred, and the world was watching to see what came next.